Another video. So today I am gonna do a few, like 5 positions I think United could do with. There's quite a few positions that I think we could do with, some more than others, but the positions I think that are essential is a right winger, a centre back, and a defensive midfielder. Matic is a good squad player, but I think he's getting too old and he doesn't have the fitness for it like all the time, and I think he's a good player to have as a sub but not to be in your like first team basically. Centre back, I think Maguire's good because he's the kind of player that you get a corner come in and he's going to win every ball in the air. And he is good on the ball. He does pick out some good passes. He does have that fight in him. My problem is that he's playing in a centre-back partnership with another quite slow centre-back, and the other centre-back's just not that good normally. Like Lindelof, I like him as a guy, but he's not good. He's been so bad for us. But hopefully we could sign a centre back. Right wing, I do like Greenwood. Greenwood plays there quite often, but I think he's not a right winger, he's more striker. But I do think he can play that position if needed, but I think you can tell he's not a right winger because he's not doing like the defensive work of a right winger. You can tell he wants to be more of a striker. But he's, again, like, I don't think Greenwood is a right winger. I think he should play strike. That's why I would like to sign a right winger. I do think Dan James, I like him as a squad player, but he's not first team player yet, so yeah. But other positions that I do think that we could also maybe stretch to get is a left back and a striker. Left back's one of those weird ones, like we've got Williams and Shaw that plays there, but I like Shaw and I like Williams, but you could have better. I think defensively they're both quite good, but attacking wise I think Williams is better attacking wise, but defensively he's not as strong, whereas Shaw's good defensively normally, but attacking wise he's not that great at. So that's what I think. And striker, Martial's good, and he is a good player on the ball on that, but I don't think you can tell he's just not a striker. He's one of those that he can be like quiet all game and like not involved at all. So I'm going to go into a few players that I think we could pick up that I think would really help the team, but I've gone like a few alternatives for some of the positions. So first player is Alex Telles. I mean, it looks like we're going to sign him in real life anyway, and I think he'll be really good because defensively he's good, but it's his attacking wise as well he's really strong at, and I think he would be a fantastic player to have. Also someone that's good at set pieces and that, which could be a good alternative when Bruno's not there. But he is a good left back. He's been solid for Porto for years now. So I would like us to sign him, because I think it just adds to that left back. I think Williams does have potential and Shaw's good as well, but I think Alex Telles is what we need for now. Next position we have CDMs. Now the CDM I would love us to go after is Ndidi. Reason I would love us to go after him over these other 2 CDMs that I picked out is because 1, he's young, he's only 23 years old, and 2, like, I think he's quick, he's like defensively really strong, but I like him. He's that defensive mid that can calm down the pace, but he can also play a bit quicker as well. That's one thing I don't like about Matic, is he's very like he'll slow down very quick and be like, oh, look for that simple pass, a bit like what Rodri does as well for Man City. They pass right, left and backwards all the time, and it's like they've got good pass completion, but they're easy passes to make. Whereas I would like someone to make that bit of a risk every now and then. Thomas Partey, I think, would be a good alternative. He is a very good CDM, and I think he would be the cheapest out of all my options. I think he is very good, but out of all of them, he's the least that I would like out of them. But I think he would be very good in that team. He's 27, so he's a bit older, but he's also he is a very solid player, and he's one player that I think he can play defensively, but he can also play a lot quicker in that counter-attacking role, which I think we could very do with. And this one, I think the reason why this guy, the next guy, is not my top one is because of age. I think we're going to have a similar problem like what Matic has got, and he's just going to get too old too soon, so that's my worry about him. But maybe it might be the right thing to do. N'Golo Kante is this player. I think personally he fits the role perfect. To have him back there as that CDM, he'll work really hard, he will win most things, but he will also be really quick. He'll play that ball quick, he'll play quick, he's good on the ball. I think he would be the perfect player, but I think Ndidi, just because he's a bit younger, we're not going to have to find someone new as quick as if we took on Kante. But I would definitely take Kante, because I see Kante, even though he'll be getting older, I don't see him going downhill that much, because he's a hard work on the pitch. So yeah, they're my options for CDM. Personally, if Kante was younger, he would be my number one, but I like Wilfred Ndidi a lot. And then Thomas Partey would be my third option. He's just a cheap alternative to them all. Next up, we have striker. Now, striker, I've got two players. I've got Raul Jimenez, which I've been watching for Wolves, and I've been watching him ever since he's joined, and I think he's a fantastic striker. He links up the play really well. Even when he's not scoring, he's playing well in the team, and I think he's a really good striker. The only problem I have with him is I don't see him being that striker that goes, oh, I've got a hat-trick that game. I've got, he tends to be a one-goal, striker, basically. But I do really like him, and I think he's very different to Martial as well, which I think we need. That's what we were hoping with Igalo, and to be fair, Igalo last season was like that, but this season he's very off the mark. I don't know why. Maybe it's fitness. A lot of the players are lacking fitness at the moment. But yeah, Jimenez is definitely an option for us, I think. But if money's not an option, this is the player that I think we should go after, and this is a player that I could see us winning titles under. Haaland, I think, is just, watching him for the Bundesliga, he makes scoring goals look like it's nothing. He makes it look as easy as you play football in a group with your friends at lunch. When you played football at lunchtimes, it was you could score easily a bunch of goals because no one would take it as seriously. But he's just ridiculous. Not as good on the ball, but I think we definitely should keep Martial, because he can play striker, left wing, right wing if we need him. But I think we need a more out and out striker up there, and maybe someone for Martial to learn off, because I think Martial's got the talent there. I just think he needs to work on his game and maybe like play more like an Aguero and ask for the ball more often, stuff like that. That's my problem with Martial. The last position I have, I've got two actually. Right mid, for me there's only really one option. I think we have to go for Jadon Sancho because we're linked with like players like Sarr. We were linked with Bale before he joined Spurs. We were linked with other players, but I think Sancho's a must-buy for us. Maybe we won't buy him this window because the coronavirus has hit and it's like everywhere's a bit low on money. And I understand what the board are going with. Like, we don't want to pay the full money and then it be a loss of money like every single buy we've done. But I think it is one that we should definitely do. I think if there's anyone we're going to go pay the full price, I think Sancho's not a risk to go for. And I would love to see him play for United. He obviously is... He's the kind of player that I think we need in our team. Like, I like Greenwood, Rashford and Martial, but we need that like creative winger, and Sancho is that creative winger, but he also brings goals as well, and that's what I think Sancho would be really good. If you look at like something like, I don't know, like a City kind of team, they've got Sterling, which is more of the attacking winger, but then you've also got like Mahrez or Bernardo Silva on the right side, and they're the one that like slows it down a bit, but also can pick out like a lot of good passes and that, and I think that's what we need really. So I think Sancho is a must-buy. He's a fantastic player. I mean, he's been shafted on FIFA with 83 pace and only 74 shot, but I think he's a must-buy for us. If we don't buy him this window, I think we will pick him up in the winter, but I think he's a must-buy. Last up is centre-back, and centre-back for me, there's only one player that stands out for me at the moment, and that is Upamecano. He played for RB Leipzig and he's still there at the moment, but the reason why I like him so much is because he's quick, and I think he'd be a perfect partner for Maguire, because this is Maguire's problem, is he is quite slow, but defensively Maguire's good. The reason he gets beaten quite a lot is because his pace is not there, whereas I think Upamecano would make that perfect. I mean, if you look at like Rio and Vidic, the reason they work so well was Vidic was the slow but defensively wouldn't back out of anything one and would go in for everything, whereas Rio was the quick and like nick the last little bit, like so I think Upamecano is definitely a number one. Like, I mean, to be fair, it looks like we are going to sign him, but maybe he won't join until his contract's gone, which I think is a really smart thing to do. I think we can deal without him this season because I don't see us going for the title, but I think he is a good buy. He's also very young, only 21, so he'll be in the team for a long time, so I think he's really good. He's also strong in the air, which Lindelof is not at all. So yeah, anyway, let me know what you guys think. If you don't support United, let me know what you think your club should buy. But they're the players that I think we should buy. So yeah, anyway, make sure you like the video, subscribe if you haven't already, and I'll see you guys later.